Hiya guys. So it's been a few weeks since my last video. Reason being is, and you might see it when I'm pointing out bits on the truck, is about 2 weeks ago I sliced my finger open quite badly, so I've had to spend 2 weeks resting my finger so it would heal properly. A couple of days ago, bandages came off. The doctor was like, yeah, you're fine now. Started moving it, and it's been a busy few days. So some of this was done before I sliced the finger open. I hadn't done a video, and some of it's been done in the last few days. So the first thing we'll start with is the cab. As you can see, the cab's pretty much relatively finished now. Designed it a little bit so, take that off. We've got the battery box in there. We've also added something new onto it, see if it'll work. We've also got the lights on the front. And the cab, because the battery box can control the steering and the drive, I've made it so it just literally slots on there and it's easy to remove to turn the battery box on and off. So that's the first thing we've done. Turn it around. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess when it comes to the wires, but we'll go through that. As you can see over here, we've started looking at the mechanism for turning the turntable around. You may have also noticed the stabilisers have been completely changed, and basically I've put a gear there. So basically it looks a bit neater and there's a bit more space to work with. It got to the point where the original stabilisers were already in, and then came the question, how am I actually going to fit the turntable on top of it? Seeing as if the pictures, and I will put a link in the description of what I'm going for. The picture, the turntable pretty much sits on top of the stabilisers. This is like a little work in progress on how I'm going to do it. So what happens is I play around with it a lot, try and figure out how I'm going to do it, get it built, and then move on to the next stage. I think the stabilisers were the hard bit. The turntable mechanism, which we'll go into in a minute, is another hard bit, and then getting the ladder to extend. But as you can see, it's got the two motors here. One got a long drive shaft to create space for the turntable. Then you've got one next to it, which is hopefully going to rotate the turntable, but I haven't figured out how far back it's going to go. Move on to here, all the wiring's starting to come in now, which is a nightmare, but trying to keep it out of the way. I've had to colour code everything with what it's actually going to be hooked onto, because there's quite a few extension cables, as you can see. And as you can see, all the sensors are in, once again, colour coded there. And the motor for the front stabilisers has now been moved into the stabilisers there. So it creates a bit more space in the middle here. So that's how it's looking so far. Like I said, I've been busy, so we'll get that out of the way. So the next thing I've been working on is the turntable mechanism. This is obviously, I'm waiting on, as always, waiting on an order to come in of parts. So what I've done is I've basically done it with some bits to see how I'm going to actually do it. I've got a thread, a load of cables through there, but this hopefully is quite accurate to how the one in the picture is, which you'll see in the description. So that's the second thing I've worked on, and the final thing I've worked on is the extension. So the plan is I'm going to put I've ordered an L motor. L motor's going to go there, and we're going to run a drive shaft up the middle, up to here, with a worm gear, and then that's basically going to extend the ladder. So that's the next stage we're going to try and work on, is get the base of the truck ready. And as you can see, it's I'm not ashamed to admit it's an absolute mess at the moment. But as I always say, it's getting there, and I'll see you on the next one.